the line was trash, right? It was a line about like, I'm gonna make it ring on you, like Virginia Williams. The line itself is trash.
Oh yeah, no.
Kendrick just shattered the Super Bowl halftime show record, racking up over 130 million views, more than any performer in history. While folks were hyped over Kendrick's big win, Pusha T stirred the pot with a cryptic post that got fans convinced he was throwing serious shade at Drake. And as if that wasn't enough drama, Drake seems to be spiraling out of control. He just took his beef with UMG CEO Lucian Grange to a wild new level by targeting Lucian's daughter-in-law, Sophia Richie. What's wild is how Drake spent years flexing his exclusive UMG deal, flaunting his connection with Lucian like he was untouchable. He was out here acting like he had it all figured out, but now it's blowing up in his face. Fans are saying he played himself by making a deal with UMG thinking he was the chosen one. Now he's paying the price. But instead of playing it cool, Drake's hitting the self-destruct button. I mean, suing the label that cut you a $400 million check? That's bold. But going after Lucian's family? That's a whole new level of risky. People are out here wondering if Drake has a career death wish because his moves lately? They don't make sense. And now Pusha T's hinting that Drake was always destined to lose. Like, was this Drake's fate the whole time? Why is he moving like he's trying to wreck what's left of his reputation? This is getting messy. Let's dive in. Pusha T just broke his silence on Kendrick Lamar's record-breaking Super Bowl halftime show, and fans are convinced he wasn't just congratulating Kendrick, he was throwing serious shade at Drake. Pusha hopped on his Instagram stories to acknowledge Kendrick's historic win, but this wasn't some basic shout-out. His words had everyone reading between the lines. Pusha wrote, "Mission accomplished." Congrats. Simple? Sure, but fans are zooming in on that phrase, saying he knew exactly what he was doing. He even praised Kendrick in a quick chat with paparazzi, clearly hyped about the whole thing, but it's that mission accomplished comment that's got people talking. Was he hinting that Kendrick finished what Pusha started? Let's not forget, Pusha T already shook Drake's world back in 2018. When he dropped The Story of Adidon, he exposed Drake's secret son and baby mother, flipping Drake's image overnight. That was a moment that changed everything for Drake's reputation. And now, with Kendrick's back-to-back shots and Drake's reckless behavior, fans are saying Drake's golden boy status might be done for good. And speaking of reckless, Drake's moves lately have been wild. With Kendrick breaking records and Drake spiraling, people are starting to wonder if this is the end of his reign. Like, is Drake really self-sabotaging? Why is he moving like this? It's looking real messy right now, and fans can't stop watching the drama unfold. Drake is back at it again, flooding his Finsta with posts. Sure, part of it's promo for his new collab album with Party Next Door, but this isn't just about music. Drake's escalating his war with UMG, making moves that could land him in way deeper trouble than he's already in. So here's the scoop. Last month, Drake filed a federal defamation lawsuit against his own label, claiming UMG rigged the game to boost Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us. According to Drake, UMG teamed up with streaming services to artificially inflate the numbers and let a track, one that he says falsely accuses him of serious stuff, go mega viral, running to the courts over rap beef? Wild enough, but instead of clapping back in the booth, Drake's taking things personal. And like clockwork, when Drake's got beef with a man, he starts targeting the women around them. This time, it's Sophia Richie Grange, wife of Lucian Grange's son, Elliot. On February 11th, Drake posted a pic of Sophia rocking an OVO shirt on his other Instagram page. And guess what? Sophia's now the only person he follows from that Finsta. Fans didn't miss that at all. People are calling him out, saying this ain't it. Instead of coming off clever, Drake's move is backfiring hard. Fans are dragging him, claiming this just proves, again, that Drake has zero self-awareness and hasn't learned anything from this beef. Like, why is he turning rap battles into personal family drama? It's messy, and people are watching every move. Instead of confronting Kendrick or Lucian Grange directly, Drake is once again targeting a woman who has nothing to do with this feud, and fans are not having it. What's got people really heated? is that this isn't even the first time Drake's taken aim at women. Instead of facing his opponents head-on, with Meek Mill, he went after Nicki Minaj. When beefing with Pusha T, he mentioned Pusha's fiancée, Virginia. Against Kendrick, he kept bringing up Whitney. And with DJ Mustard, it was his ex-wife. Even when Mast and Steph called out Drake for making pop music, Drake responded by following Steph's daughter, who had just turned 18. Now, Drake's escalating things further. He's in a full-blown war with Lucian Grange, but decides to go after Lucian's daughter-in-law, Sophia Richie Grange, who, by the way, is 12 years younger than Drake, married, and has an 8-month-old baby. Fans are wondering, why is he dragging her into this mess? You'd think, with all the allegations swirling around Drake and young women, he'd be extra cautious about involving women and families in his beef. But nope, fans are saying it's clear as day that Drake is spiraling, and from the looks of it, things are only getting messier. One fan didn't hold back, writing, "Mind you, Drake has to know how wild his fans have been lately. Posting Sophia, who's just living her married life with her baby girl, knowing your fans are gonna flood her comments? That's just foul." Another fan added, "He's acting like a bully, plain and simple." People are fed up with Drake's tactics, calling him out for crossing lines that have nothing to do with music. Fans are watching closely, and it's looking like Drake's making things worse for himself by the day. Drake posting Sophia Richie, who's not only married to Lucian Grange's son, but also the daughter of music icon Lionel Richie, has people talking like crazy. And let's be honest, some of Drake's younger fans probably don't even know who Lionel is. But in the music world, Lionel Richie is legendary. Messing with powerful men's families? That's the kind of move that can seriously backfire, and folks are saying Drake better be ready for the plot twist coming his way. But let's shift gears and talk about what's really fueling this chaos: the fallout between Drake and Lucian Grange. This seems to be the real reason behind Drake's meltdown. Apparently, Drake is convinced Lucian plotted against him, which honestly makes no sense considering Drake was UMG's biggest cash cow for years. Why would Lucian sabotage the guy making him millions upon millions? It's got fans scratching their heads. What's even crazier is how some of Drake's fans are twisting this lawsuit into some kind of industry revolution. They're saying Drake is taking on UMG to stand up for independent artists and fight against corrupt record labels. But come on, Drake was perfectly fine being Lucian's favorite when it benefited him. Let's not forget how Drake constantly bragged about his special treatment, always mentioning how different his contract was compared to everyone else's. He even name-dropped Lucian in several tracks, acting like he was untouchable just because of how tight they were. And here's the real kicker. Before this entire mess with Kendrick blew up, Drake wasn't just another artist on the label. He was Lucian's golden child. Back in 2021, Drake locked in one of the biggest deals the music industry has ever seen, with rumors putting the number between 400 and 500 million. And Lucian? He made it clear, if Drake wanted it, he got it. No questions asked. But fast forward to now, and that golden boy status is long gone. Instead, Drake's out here moving like everyone's out to get him, spiraling deeper into drama with every move. This situation is getting messier by the day. There are a lot of rumors flying around about what caused this massive fallout between Drake and Lucian Grange, and let me tell you, none of them are pretty. One theory making waves is that Drake might have gotten too comfortable being UMG's golden goose and decided to push his luck a little too far. Word on the street is that Drake tried to renegotiate his deal, and not just for pocket change. Sources say he demanded a jaw-dropping $600 million from Lucian. But here's the thing, no matter how big Drake thinks he is, Lucian's still the boss. Drake might be a superstar, but at the end of the day, he's still an employee in Lucian's world. Fans are saying Drake forgot who really pulls the strings, and this whole situation might just be the result of him overplaying his hand. But that's not the only theory swirling around. Some folks are convinced this beef has less to do with money and more to do with scandal. There's been serious speculation that this drama could be tied to Diddy's legal troubles, because let's not forget, Lucian's name came up in one of those lawsuits. Remember when producer Lil Rod filed that case against Diddy? Well, it wasn't just targeting Diddy. Lucian Grange and UMG got dragged into it too. According to Lil Rod, Lucian and Diddy's connection might go beyond just business. Lil Rod claimed, Mr. Jones recalls seeing Defendant Grange visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. According to Mr. Jones, whenever Defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs at his home, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours into Mr. Combs' bedroom. And if that wasn't shocking enough, Lil Rod also accused Lucian of aiding, abetting, and supporting Diddy's alleged criminal ventures. Fans are now connecting the dots, wondering if Drake's public meltdown has less to do with Kendrick's diss tracks and everything to do with this bigger, messier web of drama. This situation isn't just about music anymore. It's turning into a full-blown industry scandal. Lil Rod didn't hold back. He straight up accused Lucian Grange of being one of Diddy's co-conspirators, claiming Lucian knowingly benefited from Diddy's alleged criminal activities. According to the lawsuit, Lucian wasn't just standing by. He was allegedly funneling massive amounts of cash that helped fuel Diddy's reported ventures. And if that wasn't shocking enough, Lil Rod also suggested that Diddy might have dirt on Lucian, allegedly having footage of him doing questionable things at some of those infamous parties. But here's where things get real shady. By May 2024, just a few months after Lil Rod filed the lawsuit, news broke that Lucian and UMG had been dropped from the case. No explanation, no details, just gone. People started raising eyebrows, like what really went down behind closed doors? And guess what else happened in May 2024? Kendrick Lamar came swinging with not one, not two, but 3 diss tracks. And they weren't just aimed at Drake. Kendrick took shots at the whole music industry with 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us. It was like the second Lucian thought he dodged the lawsuit drama, Kendrick and Drake's beef exploded into a full-on war. But Kendrick didn't just come for Drake. On Meet the Grams, Kendrick raps, "It's some weird ish going on and some of these artists be here to police it. They'd be streamlining victims all inside of they home and calling them tender, then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas." Fans lost it over those bars, believing Kendrick was calling out not just Drake, but the powerful figures backing him. Kendrick's message? This isn't just about one rapper. It's about the people pulling the strings behind the scenes. Between the timing of Lucian's legal issues getting quietly swept under the rug and Kendrick unleashing those scathing tracks, fans are connecting the dots. There's a growing belief that this goes way deeper than a rap beef. It's looking like a full-blown industry expose. Kendrick's bars weren't just aimed at rappers. He was hinting that some higher-ups in the music industry might be running a shady operation. He implied that while artists like Drake are used to keep things under control, there are even bigger players pulling the strings from the shadows. And you know UMG was watching this closely. The last thing they wanted was more negative publicity tying them to those industry-wide allegations, especially after Lucian got his name cleared from Lil Rod's lawsuit. But hold up, this story gets even wilder. Rumors started swirling that Diddy's alleged secret parties and hidden recordings weren't just for personal gain. They might have been part of a blackmail scheme cooked up by higher-ups in the industry to push certain political agendas. Sounds like a movie plot, but people are connecting dots and saying there's more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. After Lucian managed to dodge the fallout from the Diddy situation, the last thing he needed was for the Drake versus Kendrick beef to resurface those allegations. That's why some folks believe Lucian told Drake to stay quiet after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. But Drake, he wasn't having it. Feeling disrespected and embarrassed, especially after years of being UMG's golden boy, he decided he wasn't backing down. The problem? Drake knew he couldn't beat Kendrick lyrically. So instead of battling on the mic, he made a bold move, filing a defamation lawsuit against UMG, claiming they let Kendrick release Not Like Us and profit off false claims. Fans were shocked, with many saying Drake is risking everything by going after the biggest label in the world. Going up against UMG isn't just risky, it's the kind of move that can end careers. People are wondering if Drake's biting the hand that fed him is going to backfire hard. After all, you don't cross the biggest label in the game without serious consequences. History's proven time and time again, no artist is bigger than the industry machine. But what do you think about all these wild moves Drake's been making lately? I mean, posting Sophia Grange, was that just him spiraling? Or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? What's really going on between Drake and Lucian Grange? And here's the big question. Do you think Drake can ever bounce back to his former unstoppable status? Or is this the beginning of the end for him? I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back. If you're into all the drama, tea, and latest industry twists, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.